So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It has been several months I've been away from my channel. And I haven't been consistent at all. That's how life is sometimes. I know I said I would try to upload a video every month, but it hasn't been that way at all. But hopefully I'm trying to change that going forward with this new series I'm starting today. And the new series name is called Ole Talk. What is Ole Talk? Ole Talk, for people who don't live in the Caribbean, is basically being able to indulge in chatting. So basically I will sit down and chat about stuff that with you, that's on my mind, that's out there, when I relate to smartphones, cameras, general tech. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to sit and chat to you about it. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Hopefully it evolves as the week goes along, as the weeks goes along. Hopefully I get to bring in some guests who could chat with me about stuff that interests them and that kind of stuff. So let's see how it goes. So what I want to first start today with is the iPhone SE. Now the iPhone SE was released on April 15th. My general thoughts on it. Now I've been using the iPhone 7 for the past year, I believe. Basically the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8 is basically the same form factor. So it's almost the same as the iPhone SE. It's a good phone. It comes with the A13 Bionic chip, which is the same chip as in the iPhone 11. 4.7 screen factor with the notch top and bottom. Fingerprint cameras, which is basically the same thing as the iPhone 8 with portrait mode. So it's generally it's a good buy. It's for $399. Would I recommend it to you as somebody who's looking to upgrade from possibly like a 5S or a 6 or even a 7? I would say no, because it's basically the same form factor. If you're comfortable with this size of phone, go ahead, because obviously internals is what matters really to you. It's the same internals as the iPhone 11. But if you're looking to upgrade to something bigger, something better, then I would obviously say either go for the iPhone 10 XR or even the 11, maybe based on your budget. Right? So that's totally up to you. Now, I actually had the pleasure, when I say pleasure, I actually had the opportunity to use a phone other than an iPhone for the past couple of months, because this phone actually fell and broke, screen broke, and I had to ship in from the US. A screen fit, so it took a little while. And I had the pleasure of using a OnePlus 3. Now I haven't used an Android for quite some time before using my iPhone, because I started off with the iPhone 3S, 4, 5, 6S, 6S Plus. So I've been with iPhone for quite a number of years. So going to another phone that wasn't an Android, wasn't an Apple, sorry, or iOS, was a little shaky for me, but I must say this phone is quite good. So it's, as I say, the OnePlus 3, which was released back in 2016 of June. 6 gigs of RAM, a 5.5 screen, fingerprint. It's not waterproof, or IP63 or 64, whichever one it is, I can't remember. I'll correct myself. But it's really fast, and I really enjoy using this phone for the past, 2 months. So much that I have enjoyed using this phone, I actually think that I'm going to buy one for myself, because I do have to give back the owner of this particular phone. But I must admit, it's a really good phone. Now, why I use an iPhone? Because I have the iPhone, I have an iPad, and I also have my MacBook. So I'm really deeply involved in the Apple ecosystem, and it works for me. There's nothing cultish about me using Apple products. It's just that it works for me, and whatever works for me, and whatever works for you, you use it. So I really must say that the OnePlus is actually really a good phone, and I would recommend anybody who's looking for a phone other than Apple to use the OnePlus 3, or even any one of the OnePlus, as a matter of fact, because one of the things I like about it is with Android, there are a lot of bloatware that comes on the phone prepackaged that is not on this phone. It's basically straightforward. I can't remember the name of the OS. I think it's Oxygen OS. Again, I'll correct myself. But again, as I say, it's a really good phone. No, no problems with me here. What else? What else happened this week? Oh, I also saw this week here The Last Dance is actually the docu-series with Michael Jordan or the Chicago Bulls. Actually, that was really a good series. Or that is a good series. I've seen part 1 and part 2. I'm an OG basketball fan. I started watching basketball back in 98, I believe, 98, 97, somewhere around there. Where I started watching the Bulls, of course, Michael Jordan. And I followed them through for quite some years until Jordan left. Until Michael Jordan left basketball, and then I kind of fell off the wagon because I'm not really, he was really the highlight of why I watched basketball. Even the Chicago Bulls, Scottie Pippen, Steve Kerr, Dennis Rodman, they were the ones who really got me into basketball. And I know that there's a big argument between who's better between LeBron and Michael Jordan. To me, this is a non-argument for me because Michael Jordan is by far the greatest basketballer of our time. Not saying LeBron is not a good basketballer, but he's just not as good as Jordan. Consistency-wise, Jordan is really good. But again, that's an argument for another series, another topic, another show. What else? What else happened this week as well? I'm not going to talk about Tiger King. That show, I watched like 2 series, and it was actually the most disgusting show I've ever seen. One, because I'm not really into this whole having animals in cages. Just not into that at all. As much as we have dogs or pets, as we say, I'm not a fan of having animals in cages, especially big animals, wild animals that's supposed to be out in the wild. So I'm not really going to talk about that. What else? What else was there for me to talk about? I'm lost. I'm really lost. But let's talk about why I started Ole Talk. I started Ole Talk really to be consistent. Being consistent is something that is very hard to stay at. And me keep being consistent because I will generally start something and then generally I won't continue with it. Like anything else in life, So the aim of this series is really to start and continue every week. And talk about stuff that happened during the week, as well as stuff that comes up at that point in time, or stuff that may be trending, whatever the case may be. And really keep myself mentally active, creating content, because creating content is something that I really love. I have been lackadaisical in creating content, no fault of anybody else but myself, but really trying to build some kind of consistency in being creating this particular series that I want to do every week. I also have a podcast called Mindful. I will link it down in the description, where I talk about mental health and spirituality and personal development. It's a little deep, and it's not for everybody, but if you're interested in hearing that kind of stuff, feel free to listen to it. As I say, it's linked down in the description. And me, I know having this extra time to really sit and reflect really puts me in perspective as to what type of content I wanted to create or what type of content I'm going to create. And I really wanted to get back into creating content because I like sitting and creating content. I do have a fear of sitting in front of the camera. I get a little nervous. I'm sure you have noticed that. But, the only way to overcome that is to face the fear. And face the fear is me sitting here and creating this content. So hopefully that week in and week out, I do this particular series and I face that fear and I beat it. So let's see how that goes. So if there's any topics that you want me to talk about, anything that you want to talk about, feel free to drop me a comment down below or send me an email or hit me up on any one of the social media outlets that I have there. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. I'm not on any. I'm not on TikTok. Sorry, and I'm not on Snapchat. Just not for me. But if you want to reach me. I'll leave the links below so you can reach me there. As I said, this is going to be done every week, more so to the weekend than anything else, because during the week I'm a little busy, so I'm trying to do it on the weekend. And if you have any topics that you want to talk about, we could all talk about. Sure, no problem. Yeah, and it's really try to build this consistency and create content for my channel, because as I say, my channel has been lapsing for the past, I would say, for the lack of 7 months. I haven't created the content for this year alone, so I believe. I could be wrong. So yeah, it's just trying to get back in the game, trying to be consistent, trying to be creative. So let's see how this particular series go. Hopefully it's a success. Hopefully I could have a couple of guests on where we'll talk about stuff that interests them and stuff that interests me as well. Stuff that is interesting generally. Yeah. So hopefully let's make this series a success, and we'll see how things go. So I want to just say, stay safe, everybody stay inside, make sure you're doing the right thing, and we'll see each other and we'll talk.